in a second. Okay, you guys, welcome to our Tuesday night call, Building Beautiful Lives. Super excited that everybody's here. I was just mentioning that I'm really pumped up tonight. And the reason is that I just got off a call. It's actually still going, I think, with Ryan Anderson. He is the VP of Sales for North America and Asia Pacific for our company, for Monat. He's fairly new with the company, and the man is absolutely inspiring, and he has so much knowledge and so much to bring. And think about this, like just little old me gets to do training with him. I mean, the amount of access that we have to people to help us be successful in this company is amazing. So tonight we have a really special guest. I'm so excited to introduce her. But before I do, I'll tell you my name is Patty White-Eye. I'm here with Erin Henley. And we want to thank you all for showing up. We have a prize tonight, and it's a good one. So one lucky guest tonight is going to win the damage repair line. It's 4 products for your hair, and it is a total game changer. You're gonna absolutely love them. So in order to get in the draw, what I need you to do is put your first and last name in the chat and let us know who invited you. So if you need to find the chat, if you haven't done this before, on your phone, you just tap your phone screen at the bottom, you'll see the chat come up and you can click on that. And on your computer, it's usually at the bottom as well. Okay, so I want to introduce our guest tonight. She is a Canadian director. A director means she's at the top level of our company. And she's a, excuse me, frog in my throat. She's a single mom. She was a Division I athlete on a full scholarship when she was in college. And she started in Monat when we started in Canada, right, Kat? And she is absolutely incredible. First of all, she's inspiring. But secondly, she's going to share with you how it doesn't matter what walk of life you're from. It doesn't matter what your experience is, your background, or anything. You can be successful in this business. I absolutely adore her. And the first time I ever met her was in Toronto years ago when I first started with the business. I got to watch her speak, and she was awe-inspiring. And I can't wait to see her again. But right now, I'm going to introduce you to Kat Geertsen, and she's going to take it away.
Hello, everybody. I am so flattered that Erin and Patty asked me to come and speak with you all this evening, or maybe if you're in Australia, it's not the evening, or all of the things. But I'm really excited to be here and talk with you guys because I'm actually more passionate about the people who are looking at this opportunity than I am about anything else. And I'll tell you why, because it might sound a little bit weird because realistically, there are people who aren't in the business yet. But I really like to think about those people because I was that person at one time. And I don't mean that in the sense of like I was once not a Monat market partner. Every single one of us here was not a Monat market partner at one time. But I'll tell you this, I was legitimately the person who no one ever once offered me any kind of opportunity like this, right? I didn't know what Hey Girl messages were because I'd never received one. I didn't know what network marketing was because no one had ever asked me to join their business, right? Now that I've learned about it, I'm kind of slightly insulted because I'm like, what, you didn't think I could do it kind of thing? But I do understand why I was never asked, right? Number one, I understand that so many people make decisions for other people, right? We think, oh, they don't need this or they would never do this, right? I was the person where, you know what, I am a single mom. I'm actually like, I more call myself a solo mom because I don't have another counterpart in all of this, right? My daughter's father left when I was 4 months pregnant and never came back again. So I never had the child support. I never had the weekend off here or there or the week on, week off. Like I am a 24/7 mom. And so right then and there, I know that a big thing that went into people's minds was, oh, she couldn't afford it. right? That was a big thing. Oh, I would never ask her to join this company because she couldn't afford it. I actually bought products from a company when I was 9 months postpartum that I was not even aware this was a network marketing company. Okay. So I had spent the money to buy these products, and it was not until I had actually gone and earned my Cadillac with Monat that I realized that this other company was a network marketing company. And the guy who I bought products from was like, man, I'm dumb. Right. Because this was like 3 years prior to me even joining Monat. And he was like, oh, I didn't think you would want to take part in this opportunity. And I'm telling you this right now because if you are sitting on the fence about this opportunity because you don't know who would join you, you can't think if maybe you think, oh, no one would want to do this with me. You don't know. Because I promise you, there is a cat out there that needs what you're looking at right now, that needs it more than she needs air. Okay. I am a hockey player. Okay. Well, I'm washed up now. Okay. So please do not ask me to join your team or anything like that because I will pull a muscle. Ain't nobody got time for pulled muscles when you're building empires, right? But you don't necessarily associate female hockey players with beauty regimes and all of that sort of stuff, right? So I understood that was also another reason people never ask me. How I look right now is how I look 99.9% of the time. I have freaking gorgeous, badass hair on top of this head right now, but it hardly ever leaves the mom bun or a low pony in the back with a baseball cap over top. Okay, that's just not me. I went to my brother's very first time playing in an NHL game this past weekend, and I wore no makeup. That's who I am, right? So people counted me out in that too because they'd be like, "Well, that's not really up her alley." Right? That's not something that she would like to do. That's not something that's like really in her realm. And so I understood in that sense where it's like, okay, yeah, no. But again, I joined in Canada on the very first day, and I became very quickly one of the fastest people to ever build a Monat business. Right. And for the guests on here, if I tell you the rank, it won't make much sense to you, but I can tell you I built my business so fast that I was able to leave my full-time job and my part-time job that I was working at that time within 4 months of joining. So I'm not telling you guys this to brag on myself. I'm telling you that there is someone out there. If you're looking at this, and maybe it's you here right now, maybe you've never been asked to look at anything like this. Maybe no one's ever seen that spark in you. No one's ever like seen that, but you're looking at this and you're like, oh, could I? Heck, yeah, you can. Right? There was one thing that I had that I knew and I know now too, which made me successful in this business. I believed I deserved success. Right? I believed that, you know what, if I could see something in my vision and I could feel something in my soul, it meant that it was out there for me. Right? I just had to find a way to get there to it. Right. And I just had to try a bunch of things. And maybe at times you're going to feel like you're hitting your head against the wall. And maybe at times you're going to feel like, you're grinding and getting nowhere. Right. But they've never, ever, ever made a movie or wrote in a book about someone who tried something one time, had success, and then won. Right. Because that's not how it works. Right. So if you're sitting here and you're sitting here in life and you're on the other side of the accept button, that's how I refer to it. You're on the other side of it. I'm on this side. You're on the other side of the accept button, and you in your heart know that you want success. That's the first step. Right. That's the first step. I can tell you, I remember the moment that I knew I wanted success. And I'm going to take you guys on a little bit of a trip down memory lane because I wasn't the person. I'm almost 7 years in. I'm 6.5 years into this business. So the girl that you're talking to right now and you're hearing from right now is not the girl who I was on your side of the accept button. Okay. The girl who I was on your side of the accept button was sitting in a dark living room in the middle of the night after she got home from working at the bar, to just know at 3 o'clock in the morning she was going to have to be up at 7 to get her daughter today home so she could go and work on her massage clients before having to go work at the bar again that next night. And somewhere in that time, I had to find time to study because I was also a full-time student. Right? And I'm sitting there. I remember it like it was freaking yesterday, and I will never let go of this moment, because this girl on this couch in this dark living room who was looking around where the silence was so loud and the loneliness was so loud, that girl right there is the one who made the decision that this was not the life for her. Right? She did the hard part, because you know what? Once you start going up, once you start tasting those wins, you just got to start stacking some wins in your life, and you're going to start to feel really good, and you're going to start to feel it going. Right? And once you learn the mastery of how you can literally find wins throughout your day and stack those and have your freaking life just be wins, that girl did the harder part. Because you know what's the hardest part is to make that decision between where you are and then stepping off of the bench and onto the pathway to where you're going to go. Right? That's the hardest decision. And that girl at 3 o'clock in the freaking morning, sitting on this couch, feeling like a prisoner in her own home. Because you guys, all I wanted to do was go get a freaking Slurpee. I really wanted a Slurpee, and I couldn't go and get one because my child was sleeping upstairs. Right? And then we didn't have DoorDash or anything like that then, so it wasn't even possible for me to get one. Right? But I was like, oh, one day I'm going to be able to be sleeping at this time. The Slurpee made me do it. Right? It was like the little things. But I want you to understand that you don't also need to have, like, I didn't see myself retiring from my work. I was that person that pushed accept and was like, oh, but I really like massaging. If I could just massage and I didn't have to work any other jobs, that's what I would like to see happen. Right? Really, I was really pushed accept because I was short $20 every month to make my budget go into the black and not be in the red. Right? That was what got me there. So you don't also need to have this profound, huge, like Simba moment of like what you want. My $20 dream turned into a generational legacy. Right? That's what did it. So if you're sitting here and you're like, well, my life's really great, girlfriend, just because your life is good doesn't mean you don't deserve better. Right? You can have a good life and still want more, and you're not a crappy person for that. Once I accepted that, I really accepted that, because you know what? My daughter and I, we have a great family who supported us, right? And helped us out when I knew I was never going to be like destitute and homeless. I knew that would never happen. My parents would never let that happen. Right? So I'm like, I have a good life. Like, I'm so grateful, because my circumstance could be a lot worse, but just because something could be worse doesn't mean you don't deserve better. Right? And I stepped into it on that. And I will tell you, I stepped in hard, because I can't tell you that I was able to step away from my full-time and part-time work and into my Monat business without telling you that I worked really hard. Right? I can't just leave you there thinking that you're going to come to my side of the accept button and things are just going to be butterflies and rainbows and you're just going to be cashing checks left and right. But so you're gonna wake up every morning, and I want you to wake up every single morning when you come onto this side of the accept button, and I want you to envision yourself putting on the armor. You're going to battle for your freaking destiny. You're going to battle for the success that you want and that you know you deserve in your soul. Right? That's what you're going to do. And you're going to allow the $20 dream to turn into, maybe I could drop this part-time job. Right? And then you're going to drop the part-time job, and it's going to turn into like, maybe I could afford to take 2 weeks vacation in the summertime, because as a massage therapist, if I wasn't at the table touching naked people, I wasn't getting paid. Right? So I was like, could you imagine if I made enough money that I could take 2 weeks off in the summertime to go and be with my daughter and not have to worry about how bills were going to get paid after that? Right? That was the next one. And then it built into, maybe I don't have to touch, like everyone, if you're a hairstylist, lash tech, nail tech, brow tech, if you do anybody who does service with people, okay, everyone has clients that they would love to fire, right? Everyone does, right? So then I was like, ooh, I got the 2 weeks coming in now. You know, I can afford that. Maybe I could get rid of those clients that just like ruin my day, right? Maybe I can be too full for them, cut down to halftime kind of thing, right? But it didn't just happen. It wasn't just like this. But, you know, in between each of those milestones that you're going to have, just like in life, if you've raised kids, you know that it's not all sunshine and rainbows, but there are those beautiful mountain peaks that make it worthwhile. There are those beautiful wins, those beautiful moments that you're like, oh yeah, this is why I'm here. And I can tell you, that's why I'm still here 6.5 years later. Right? It hasn't been all the way up. Nothing in life is all the way up. If you're joining anything, whether the gym or a business, and you're expecting it to be all the way up, you're going to be there for disappointment. But I want everybody here on this call, and I want you to lean back. Okay? I want you to lean back, and I want you to really, really, if you want to close your eyes to do this, or you want them to be open, you're more than welcome to keep them open too. But I really want you to start picturing your personal utopia. Right? I really want you to start thinking about that. What does that look like? Right? Your best day ever. What does that look like? Okay. If that vision hasn't been a reality in the last like 2 to 3 weeks, you have to recognize if nothing changes, nothing changes. Right? And you have to make that decision for that. And I love what our President Stewart says is nothing is more expensive than a missed opportunity, right? Nothing is. And I can tell you it's a lot cheaper to get into money than when like myself or Aaron did. You can get it for a way lower investment than it was available then and there for us. And I would say that it is a no-brainer, to be honest with you. And I know that you might roll your eyes at me and say, it's not, like, think about it. I want you to also ask yourself, is everything that everything in your mind that is telling you why you should not do this? Okay. I want you to say it out loud. So maybe you're saying no one's going to support me. I want you to ask yourself, do you know that to be the absolute undeniable truth? Right? Maybe you're looking at this and you're saying like, I don't have the time. Do you know that to be the absolute undeniable truth? Right? Maybe you're looking at it and you're saying, well, I don't know how to do social media. Do you know that to be the absolute undeniable truth? If you answered that no, that is not the absolute undeniable truth, stop selling yourself short. Okay, stop that. Because sometimes in order for other people to believe in you, you need to believe in yourself. That's the catalyst. That's the change that happens. And that's where the most beautiful things start to happen. So thank you guys so much for having me on here tonight. I really appreciate it. And I admire you both so much. So thank you guys for also being a light and leading the way.
Kat, thank you so much. I absolutely love the fact that you brought us all back to thinking about what our best, most utopian day would look like. And I think something that Ryan said tonight when I was doing that training with him, he said, a lot of people, you forget how to dream. That was me. I didn't even want to have a dream anymore because I was so afraid of being disappointed. And because I didn't have a way, I couldn't figure out any way that I could possibly get to where I wanted to go doing what I was doing. And it wasn't until this opportunity came into my life and I thought, actually, my dreams could actually come true if I grab onto this. And I allowed myself to start dreaming again. And what a difference it has made in my life. So thank you so much for sharing. If anybody has any questions, just drop them in the comments. I'm going to turn it over to Aaron, but before I do, you guys, if you've popped on a little bit later and you have not yet put your name in the chat for the draw, go ahead and do that. So if you're a guest of a market partner, just drop your first and last name in the chat and let me know who invited you, and we'll get your name on the wheel for that draw tonight. Okay, Aaron, you can take it over there.
Okay, great. Thanks, Kat. And thanks, Patty. Kat, it was amazing to listen to you, and you really covered so many of the points that I might add in towards the end. And it, it, we can't stress it enough. You guys, there is something about this journey, right? And I'm going to tell you right now, you might have a 10-year plan that says, you know, this is what success looks like for me, but I'm going to tell you right now, sometimes the journey along the way is the actual life you live, and you'll be just amazed at what happens. And your 10-year plan becomes probably 3 years if you're really working at it and you're focused on it. And then all of a sudden you've got this new vision for your whole life, and it just completely changes. It could have been a vision that says, get rid of one creepy guy during massage. You know what I mean? and instead, it's like whatever your version of success. And I want everybody to really take a moment and think about what the version of success is. I mean, I was talking to one of the other SEDs in Monat when we all got together for our Miami summit. And he was talking about success. He's like, oh, I want to take my investments and I want to make them, I want to have a $10 million investment pool and and I'm going to create. And I'm like, wow, my version of success is so different. And I know everybody's is. My version of success is being able to work from anywhere. I'm in Thailand right now, guys. I've been in Thailand. This is my third time I've been in Thailand in the last 6 months. And I am just loving the different culture. I'm loving getting to know the different culture. And I'm able to get up in the morning, get on and talk to clients and talk to customers and solve problems, work with market partners. And at the end of the day, I do the same. Last night, I was on a phone call from midnight till 1 a.m. getting trained by Todd Duncan. Again, something that Monat does for its market partners is just offers you amazing people in the industry to train you so that you know even better how to serve people. And that's really what it comes down to is that's our job. It's not selling shampoo. If it was selling shampoo, I am never selling anything, right? At the end of the day. And it's more than that. Um it's really selling that I can help change your life. And the people that invited you here have a network of people to help you guys all get started. It's a super simple work to do, but if you really want to change your life, it's you got to put in the effort, right? You've got to work hard. You got to show up. And I'm going to tell you, it's as simple as I went to the restaurant and I liked my food, and I'm going to tell people I like my food. That's what it is. And the great part about Monat is that Monat's products, you don't have to teach people that they need to wash their hair for a living. They just know they're supposed to wash their hair, right? So they're going to wash their hair. And in about 3 months to 6 months, they're going to need another bottle of shampoo. So they're going to come back to you. You know what I mean? And it's one of those things that makes the amazing natural products make it so easy to help people find their way to great hair, great skin, and really a beautiful life. And that's what it's all about. And I want everybody to leave this call one way or another, asking yourself, exactly as Kat has said, what is that dream version of your life? How can I get there? And Monat, I know Monat can help you. So that if you wanted to go journey with us, that's fantastic. And I'd love that to be part of your answer. But if not, make sure you find that answer for yourself and go after it. Run like you're in a race that's in a hurry, because once you realize you can get to that dream life, you really want to start living closer to it than you are today. All right. Thank you, guys. I'll turn it back over to Patty.
Okay, everybody. Thank you so much, Aaron. We just absolutely love when you come on and share your wisdom. And Thailand, I love your pictures. When you share your pictures with us, it looks so beautiful. All right, you guys, we're going to do a draw. And I think I have everybody in here, everybody who put their name in at the end there, I've got them all on the wheel. And I'm just going to spin the wheel, but I want to tell you one quick thing that happened today. So just for those of you who don't know me, I was a high school math teacher, and my expected retirement date was turning 65 because I had taken quite a bit of time off of teaching before I went back. And my big goal was to retire from teaching early. Well, today, my daughter got a phone call. She had to go to work really quickly. It's a 2-hour drive to get there. And it was just to drop something off and sign some paperwork and come back. And she was like, I can't believe I have to do this. There's a deadline. They forgot to tell me. I got to go in and do it. And I was able to drop everything I was doing and drive with her over the border from Canada to Michigan, go to East Lansing and drive back and spend that time with her. Otherwise, if I had been in the classroom, I wouldn't have been able to do that. And because of this business, I have been able to take back that many years from when I would have to retire. I'm 54. So what an incredible, incredible thing, you guys. I just wanted to let you know that was my big thing, was to have some time freedom. And I'm just so grateful. So let me spin this real quick and we'll find out who the winner is. You guys, this is such a huge prize. I'm so excited for you all. It's amazing. Let's see, we get it. There we go. Can you guys see that? Sam Lucas, congratulations. You won the damage repair line, all 4 products. Okay. Thank you everybody for joining. And if you want to ever catch the replay or share it with anybody, let us know. It's always on YouTube, so we can send you the link. And if you have questions, get back to the market partner who invited you. If they can't answer the questions, come to us, we'll help you guys. And we just can't wait for you to join the team. Thanks, Kat. Thanks for showing up. Thanks everybody for taking time out of your Tuesday night. Bye.